I went to Coffin Club in Portland, Oregon, and all I got was this lousy cigarette burn. You see that shit? Probably not, but it's there. And I'm here to tell you more about it. You got your listening ears on? Are you ready? So, in honor of our 2-week anniversary, I decided to tell our story. And yeah, hard launch. We're doing great. We're healing. Internally, externally. But yeah, I just thought I would share my perspective. I keep looking at myself instead of the camera, and I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna be hella thorough. I'm gonna give all the details that I remember. Shit, doggy, let's paint a fucking picture. Let's go. One thing everyone knows about me is I'm self-employed, and I can pretty much do whatever I want, whenever I want. So if your birthday falls on a Wednesday and everyone else is working, like, who are you gonna hit up? Completely understandable. I'm right there with you. My birthday fell on a Wednesday, and that was quite the pickle, you know? People have shit to do. So, flashback 2 weeks ago, this dude I've known for, I believe, like 3.5 years. He invited myself and my roommate to go over to his parents' house and splash in his above ground swimming pool and play the new Mario Kart. You know, I think like the most devastating part of this whole story that I haven't even really begun yet is I didn't get to play a lot of Mario Kart. Like, I think we played like 20 minutes. Like, that wasn't enough. I was edged. I was pushed to the edge. Maybe that's why things went wrong. I had brought over some alcoholic beverages that were left over from my camping trip from the weekend. Just like as an offering, like, here you go, it's a celebration, let's play Mario Kart drunk. Please. He expressed wanting to go out later to some bars. I was trying to fucking opt out. Like, what do you mean I have to fucking get home, change or whatever, and then relocate to a bar that I don't even live near? That sucks. I'm a hermit. I wanted to stay home. I don't really care to drink that much. I'm a smoker. Weed. I've never had a cigarette. If I go out to drink, it's not at a club. And, it's usually at the same dive bar. But, yeah, it was his birthday. Yeah, sure. Things were fine. Things were fucking fine. Except the Mario Kart. That shit was not fine. At this point, I've had probably 4 drinks in a 3-hour window. And then there was like a buffer period because myself and my roommate went home and she got ready, like all glammed out with some like fucking glitter and shit. Me on the other hand, this is what I wore. I'm really like trying to set the scene here. Just imagine me out on existing out on the town. Really good at that. There was no shenanigans during that buffer period, and then my roommate and I arrived to the first out of 2 bars. And it went well. Like, there's not much to say there. I had 2 ciders in a like 2-hour period. I think I'm just trying to be upfront about how much I consumed because people want to fucking bring that up like they're smart. I was gonna put this in my journal, but I don't really care to remember this night at all. I kind of want to talk about the bar itself. The Coffin Club, my fucking favorite spot. Nah, I'm just playing. I had actually never been there before. That's why this is quite the first impression that I had. Yeah, it's a horror goth-themed tourist trap, formerly known as Lovecraft Bar. It was bought by the current owner after the previous owner stepped down due to rape allegations. So, don't worry, guys. It's owned by a woman now, so we are all safe. We are all included. No need to train the bouncers and de-escalation tactics. This bar is automatically safe. Don't even worry about it. Just throw on a studded belt and, stand at the front door. By the way, I keep looking down because I have notes on this paper towel. Kind of a ballpark guess, but I think I got there, 10:20 to, 10:50 or something like that. And my roommate bought me a cider, and I was sipping on that for a hot minute. Well, I was just trying my best. I think I was in survival mode because that environment was very overstimulating for me. I didn't really know what to do with myself. That's how that was going. It was fine, it was fucking fine. But then things weren't fine. Quite honestly, I thought I was doing pretty good. I was talking to strangers, I was hanging out by myself, just minding my business. I felt like I was well behaved, and yeah. Probably an hour later, around midnight, I bought my own cider, and I was again just sipping on that. There's a vending machine. I took a picture of a movie that was in there. I forgot what it was, The Watchers or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Not important. Not important at all to the story. Yeah, I have all these, I have a timeline because I was texting people throughout the night. I was trying to fucking have a little fun, and, yeah, so I looked back on my texts, and I can see how things unfolded and, when. Kind of built my own fucking investigation because the cops are fucking dumb as hell. This shit is so exhausting to tell, because I so desperately want to be understood. So I am obsessing over every single detail. Also to prove that I was very conscious of my surroundings and what I was doing. I wasn't fucking blasted out of my mind, just causing trouble. But, yeah, I guess we should get into the meat and the fucking potatoes. Another hour rolls by, and I get in line for what would be my third cider. But I get up there, and the bartender serves me a water. And that was fine. I didn't make a stink about it. I just took the water, and I was trying to find my roommate. I don't remember. This is where things get a little, verbal exchanges are kind of wiped from my memory because so much other shit happened, so that had to, take the back seat, So I take my glass of water, and I find my roommate and my homie, and I let out a little squeal, to indicate I got cut off. But again, I wasn't upset or nothing. That's just, how I communicate. I'm a little wacky. That's just how it goes. And then, my homies other friend, like, chimed in, like, doing this type shit, like, I don't know, like, it just, like, irritated me. Like, oh, well, I wasn't talking to you anyways. You know what I mean? Like, the squeal wasn't for you. I took my glass of water and I sat my happy ass down, and I was, like, reflecting on that exchange. I was like, I'm fucking annoyed that that chick is annoyed, because who the fuck are you? Like, let me be free, let me be wild, we're at a bar. And it was just a little squeal. Like, maybe you'd be happier if you squealed more. But anyways, I'm sipping, I'm thinking, this non-player character starts speaking to me, I start speaking back, but I can't hear him very well. Like, it's a dance club, so it's just like type shit. So I was like, huh? And he was like, do you want to go outside to talk? And I was like, okay, yeah. Now, I've never been a server. I don't know the rules around liquor. I just go to a bar, ask for a cider, and that's it. Like, that's how it's done usually. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or what I'm allowed to do. But me and the NPC start walking towards the exit so that we can have a conversation where we can hear each other. And I mindlessly have a glass of water, that I was given, in my hand, and I'm walking towards the entrance to exit the building. The bouncer is like kind of hostile and is like, you can't take that outside. And I was like, okay, it's just water. And like, I put it down a little, like, sassily, like, yeah, I won't tell a lie, I have a sassy demeanor, like, whatever. Like, if you're gonna talk to me with an attitude, I'm gonna fucking throw it right back at you. Like, as it turns out, you are not supposed to take beverages outside if there is no seating. You learn something new every day, you know? Had no idea. I hadn't had any exchanges with any employees throughout the night, except the bartender, and now this bouncer. I was not asked to leave the bar. I was not removed from the bar. I was exiting the bar on my own terms to have a conversation with somebody. And then I put a glass of water down in a way that was not polite. That's what happened so far. Myself and the non-player character have fully exited the building, to the point where I meander over to the left to a storefront that had furniture inside of it. I was like looking, doop doop doop, tup tup tup, and then all of a sudden the entrance door swings open and the bouncer, like, fucking zones in on me, like he has to find me behind the door, and then chucks the fucking glass of water onto me, the whole ass thing. He had a full 30 seconds to think about his actions before he executed them. Like, brother, are you that pressed about me? You have to retaliate in such an extreme manner? Like, isn't your whole job to de-escalate things? I was confused. I was butthurt. I was surprised, digesting. I couldn't even ask why, because he scurried on in. I walked over to the person I was with and I was like, what the fuck was that? And then his spineless ass was like, well, you did put the water a little bit, and I'm like, oh my god, this person really did that, and you're sitting there fucking defending his actions. No. I've never reviewed a business. I think that shit's lame as fuck. Like, but that shit pissed me off. So I was like, oh, well, I should leave a review. Like, whatever. Like, let me get his name. After sitting on it for like a minute, I opened the entrance door and I'm like, hey, what's your name? And he's like, get the fuck out of here. Hell no. Da 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 da. You're a bitch. Do 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 do. I don't know. He was saying all sorts of gendered language, which I found fascinating because this is supposed to be a woman-owned, safe, inclusive space. But whatever. So he's just rattling off his insults, and he starts doing like a little bit of this to my chest, my upper chest, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, don't touch me. Like, what the fuck is your name? Mind you, like, I'm kind of in the door frame because I did not have the intentions of re-entering. He gives me one final shove and I fall to the ground, and it's like, was that necessary to do? Do you actually feel threatened by a 5-foot woman, or do you want to abuse your position of power at a nightclub because you're hungover and miserable? Which is what you told my roommate when she was in line. Also, you didn't check for her ID. I was fucking pissed. Wouldn't you be? Like, I got a fucking whole cup of water poured onto me. A rat-eyed man stared me down, and now when I close my eyes, I can see him. And he pushed me to the fucking ground. I call my roommate, and I'm like, yo, this shit just fucking happened. She's like, I'll be outside in a second. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I started hooting and hollering. Like, I don't know how else to cope. Like, I'm fucking mad. Like, I start saying, like, mindless stuff. Like, surface level stuff. That doesn't really matter. Fuck this dude. Fuck this place. Like, yada, yada, yada. And, like, the bar is, like, starting to close down. So people are, like, exiting. Like, do. And I'm right next to the bike racks. There's now 3 people off to my right. One dude is unlocking his e-bike. No one saw what happened between me and the bouncer except the NPC. So as people are exiting, they are painting their own story. They see an intoxicated woman in distress and they think she's fucking nuts. She did something wrong. Certainly she got bounced. Certainly I shouldn't listen to what she's shouting about. I should judge her. I should add insult to injury. I should fucking throw salt into the wound. Like, you guys are fucking pissing me off. You're making me mad. Like, if you're gonna neg me, I'm gonna neg you back. Like, the fuck? Like, don't troll me, you fucking... Don't do it. Meanwhile, my roommate is indoors but near the exit, and she is speaking to the bouncer and is, like, asking him, like, hey, what happened? Like, did you throw water onto her? And he's like, oh yeah, I threw water onto that dumb bitch. Like, using gendered language once again. Very cool. So my roommate is starting to get, fed up for me and is like, okay, like, very calmly, what's your name? And he takes her by the wrist and throws her out of the exit and says, your friend is a worthless cunt with no redeeming qualities. Very specific. It's like he knew me or something. Like, what? Where did you pull that out of? Like, what is wrong with you, my man? Like, chill out. Holy hell. Damn, brother. At this point, I'm extremely upset because of the bouncer's actions, and now I got these regular schmegulars, like, taunting me. Then my roommate by the exit starts wailing, and they start, like, making fun of her, and that sets me off because I'm like, this is the only person who had courage to stand up for me. Bless her heart, fuck you. Like, don't say that shit about my roommate. Me and the e-bike dude are verbally going at it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, yada 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 do. Just saying a bunch of baseless shit that like meant nothing. And he like pulls out a cigarette, and I'm like, of course you can't leave a bar without smoking a cigarette first. Like stuff that like a child would say. And he like puts on a helmet, and I'm like, you look fucking dumb in your helmet. And you have an e-bike because you can't even pedal your own fucking bicycle, or, you know, shit like that. Like, things were beginning to escalate quickly, like, yet the bouncer was nowhere to be found to do his job. I start to get a little fuzzy here because everything was just so rapid and everyone was so heated. Like, at one point, I remember the birthday boy's friend that I was irritated with earlier, like, came outside and was, like, yelling at me to calm down, or was saying something that made me feel small and wrong for having the feelings that I had. And so I yelled at her to shut the fuck up. And now the birthday boy is no longer my friend. So my roommate meets me out front, so now we're both out front, and the e-bike dude is still like trolling me. I feel like I'm being pranked by God himself. I'm like, why is everyone making me feel like I did something wrong? Like, what the fuck did I do? Can someone please tell me what I did wrong? Like, it quite literally was me putting down the glass of water. I can't think of anything else it could have been. Like, I've been stewing on it for over 2 weeks. Like, I should have walked away. My roommate wanted me to walk away, but admittedly, I am very stubborn when I'm angry, and I have a strong sense of justice, and I wanted a resolution then and there. It wasn't realistic. A lot of things are not. But when you're drunk, you're not thinking realistically. I'm still engaging with the e-bike dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, yada, 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 yada. And at one point or another, my hand is on his bike, and he says, don't touch my bike. And I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Just like being cheeky. And he's like, I'm gonna put my cigarette out on you. And I was like, okay, because that was a very extreme desire to have. Like, that was a huge jump in my mind. Certainly he won't do that. And then he did do it. And I was like, cool. Like, I just watched him do it. What an overreaction. You have evil in your heart. And it was even productive because I didn't remove my hand afterwards. I just kind of like stared in disbelief. I'm not sure their relation, but at one point this chick like joins e-bike dude, and then she has a friend, and now they're also arguing with me. And next thing I know, they're punching me in the damn ass head. Like, are you fucking for real right now? So they're punching me, I start punching back. All rules are off the fucking table because there's 2 of them, so I don't give a fuck. I put both of them in my hands by the hair, and I wrap my legs around them like a fucking monkey. And yeah, they're just like trying to punch me, but like can't reach me. And then the one who threw the first punch like scurried away and called the cops. And then I got on top of her friend and I just started punching her. Cause what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? What are you doing? Why? I was in a blind rage. I do not fully remember everything, but I do remember being on top of that girl and her being like, stop, 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 stop. And then we like stood up and hugged. It was very, very fucking weird. Like, I didn't really care to do that. We could have skipped over that. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. And like, I started crying because I'm like, overwhelmed. Like, why are all of you... Who are you people? Meanwhile, behind us, there was a dude who took my roommate's phone and was like playing keep away with her and then chucked her fucking backpack into the street. So now we're like riled up about that. We're like, give her phone back. Like, what the fuck? Like, this dude is holding my roommate's phone hostage and is like chest bumping her and is just like trying to rile her up and get her to react. And finally, a little bit of justice was served because a dude riding by on his bike was like, hey, like, leave her alone. And then the dude who had my roommate's phone was like, and then bicycle dude, like, punched him in the face. Pretty sick, honestly. We thanked the dude on the bicycle, and then we told him he should probably leave because the cops were on the way. And shortly after, the cops did arrive, and nothing happened. Literally nothing. Coffin Club claims their one exterior camera does not function. I think you should have multiple exterior cameras, and they should all function. You are serving drugs in a cup. Like, you're gonna have liabilities. Coffin Club employee publicly posted on Instagram about being maced in late May. Him and other staff members. Why is there a pattern of violence at your establishment? That was only 3 months ago. Your bouncer's role is to maintain a safe space and prevent violence. No one goes to your Spirit Halloween themed bar to massage your bouncer's ego. I walked away from them fuck ass cops because that shit was so unproductive. And then my roommate caught up with me and we're walking, we're processing, and then this houseless dude approaches us and asks for a ride to the mental hospital. We're like, we can't give you a ride, but we can walk with you. And then we dropped him off at the mental hospital and Ubered home. I just hope this shit doesn't scar, because I don't want to think about e-bikes every time I look down at my hand. That would suck. Coffin Club replied to my roommate's email saying that they would conduct a investigation. My emails have gone unanswered, unacknowledged. But they do be lurking my Instagram stories. So they are very, very aware, and are just sitting on their fucking hands waiting for the time to pass. Like, I'm not fucking stupid. I recognize I made mistakes that night. I didn't have a lot of patience because I was intoxicated, but the worst thing I did was be verbally obnoxious. Hindsight is 2020, baby. Like, I didn't know things were gonna escalate that far after asking for that bouncer's name. Yeah, I could have walked away, but guess what? The same can be said for the other people involved in this story. Like, I'm tired of everyone thinking, like, oh, well, you're immature for talking shit, you were just drunk, yada yada dabba doo. I recognize I could have done shit differently, but I will never apologize for standing up for myself. I don't want to be a doormat. It sounds fucking miserable. You are not morally superior to me just because you would hypothetically take the high road in my situation. Like, the difference between myself and the individuals in this story is I didn't physically assault anyone. I threw hands when I was punched, but all in all, I was just being fucking annoying. Being unpalatable is not a crime. Why the fuck do you have customers acting like vigilantes on your behalf? Like, that's crazy work, man. And you're a pussy.